again, it's every January. Every January we have this same discussion. You just stand there silently, looking at me, judging me, because you think I've gained a few kilos. Well, I have gained a few kilos. That's because we ate too much at Christmas and New Year's Eve, and now you just stand there silently looking at me, judging me. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking he should exercise more, or maybe go on a diet. But who are you to judge me? Why don't you lose some weight? Huh? Ever thought about that?
Welkom bij de 13e aflevering van Fans of Flanders, seizoen 4. In de vrieskou deze week. Topviolist Mohamed El Fekrani vluchtte van Irak naar België. Francisco uit Portugal toont zijn koudbloedige vriend Faror. Therapeute Linda Hoeben is een luisterend oor voor expats met heimwee. En Rio de Janeiro gaat terug studeren. Speciaal voor expats, maar ook voor jullie. Gelukzakken van bij ons. Onze special guest deze week is Mohamed, een topviolist uit Irak, waar muziek maken op dit moment levensgevaarlijk is.
They said if you still play music and teach music to the children, we're gonna kill you. And they found me. And after that, I decided to leave Iraq. Yeah.
6 jaar geleden vluchtte Mohamed naar België. Hij moest helemaal opnieuw beginnen en volgt een cursus podiumtechnieken bij de pianofabriek in Brussel.
The terrorists, they think that music is taboo. I was a member of Iraqi National Symphony Orchestra. We did many concerts there, but it was dangerous for me to go to the work. I put sometimes my instruments in the garbage bag because I don't want them to see it. Yeah. I came by a truck from Turkey to here. When we arrived, the man said to me, "Okay, you can go now." I didn't know that I'm in Belgium. To leave Iraq, it was for me so painful because I left my family, my friends, my place in the orchestra. I know when I leave my country, I'm gonna start from the zero. I'm studying now in pianofabriek assistant podium technique. It's all about the podium, about lights, sounds engineering, all of these things. I find this is very, very good for me because it's something not so far away from my job as a musician. It's one of my dreams to play with Brussels Philharmonic Orchestra or Liège Philharmonic Orchestra. But now I'm more playing Arabic traditional music with my group Wasl. Music is my passion. I cannot imagine the world without it. I can dream with my music. I can reach my dreams also.
Voor het nieuws van deze week trek je maar beter je winterschoenen aan.
some newspaper articles are serious, but also funny in their own little way. Take, for example, Minister of Defence Van de Putte. He's a member of the N-VA, Flemish Nationalist Party. And he wants to invest 600 million euros to buy Patriot rockets for Belgium. Patriot rockets? The guy himself is not a patriot towards Belgium. He wants Flemish independence. Patriot rockets. What's in a name?
In expats stellen expats hun huisdieren voor. Francisco uit Portugal en zijn slang Faror zijn lid van de Reptieschool, een VZW die workshops organiseert rond reptielen.
This snake is a boa constrictor. Somebody probably bought it as a baby and they did not know of the welfare of the snake, and maybe it got too big and somebody just dumped her on the side of the road. And we found it, and I've been taking care of it for around 2 months now. The guys insisted her name was Faror. Yeah, they love the Zelda game names. All around, it's a very chilled animal. Usually it has some cranky days, but for most part of it, it's a very peaceful animal. Very nice to handle. Usually she gets a little bit cranky when she sheds her skin, and I can tell because her coloration becomes a bit duller. I try to leave her alone, leave her at peace until she sheds. And then she's fine again. My interest in snakes is probably one of my own features that I can trace back as far as I can remember. They're marvelous examples of evolution. They're very adapted to their own way of dealing with survival. Obviously, they do not have any limbs, which might seem as a disadvantage, but might come in handy in a lot of different ways. They can swim, they can climb, they can squeeze in through little holes that a normal animal wouldn't be able to. And I guess that's what fascinates me the most. Yes, they use their tongue basically to smell the air. If you can see, their tongue is slipped in two. It's bifurcated. And basically this provides a sort of a stereo analysis. They can smell the air and they can know which way the smell is coming from. When I tell people that I have snake at home, their first reaction is usually skepticism, as in, oh, that's crazy, you should not do that. And of course, it involves a lot of knowledge to keep a snake like this at home. Someone who considers something like this must inform themselves. Repti School was here today to make a workshop for the kids. Normally, people think these animals are slimy, or they're dangerous, or they're disgusting, or they serve no purpose. The point is to show the animals to the kids and kind of tell them how these animals live and in what conditions and what their behavior is, sort of to dispel these myths. The majority of the reactions is very exciting. They deliver a very positive response to being introduced to this sort of animal.
Safety first in deze Wat Blief, want Chris leert je het eerste woord bij ongevallen.
Hello, friends of the Flemish language. Quite an impressive collection of local linguistic pearls you've come familiar with in the past 4 years. But were they really useful? These are the times when managers measure usefulness in terms of clicks and views and likes and hearts and What I meant to say was this: my boss gave me a report about Wobbleaf and I got a 5 for funny, a 4 for interesting, a 2 for looks, and 0 for usefulness. 0. Well, in that case, I will give you a number also. 100. De 100, or the 100, is the ambulance. It's a very interesting concept, as it is the number you have to dial in order to get one. It used to be 900, but then we switched to 100 somewhere in the 80s, and now it's really down to 112. But never let truth interfere with a good story. It's the number your boss will no doubt call as you are trying to chop his head off with the bluntest axe you can find. And that, my friend, is useful information.
I'm fed up. I mean, it's so hard to be critical nowadays without your words being turned and misinterpreted. I mean, take what happened at the railway station in Cologne on New Year's Eve. That was a despicable act of terror and sexism towards women by a group of migrants. But if you say that, some people accuse you of being racist. I don't think that's racist, that's just saying it how it is. After all, it was a group of migrants, but it wasn't all migrants. It's just a small group that makes it bad for the big group. You know how it is. I mean, we all have a group of friends and they're good and they're nice, but there's always one friend that when you go out for a drink, acts like an idiot and gets you thrown out of the cafe. In my group of friends, it's usually me, who ends up at midnight drunk, dancing on a table, naked. It's not all my friends.
Het expatleven gaat vaak gepaard met heimwee. Dat probleem wil therapeute Linda graag aanpakken door expats samen te brengen voor een gezellige avond en een deugddoende babbel.
Well, you're here in the Garden for People on the Move. I'm Linda Huben. I'm the founder of For People on the Move. And the idea, the mission statement of People on the Move is to create a place where expats can find a temporary home or shelter. Hey, good to see you. I've lived as an expat on many continents. I've been lonely also at places where I lived. And I also worked as a coach for 15 years in People on the Move with expats here in Brussels. And I hear from so many people, I hear the stories of being lonely and the longing to meet people. Very good. And one of you wants a blanket? Yeah? Rather than working one by one with people who are lonely, I thought it would be much easier and more effective, better, to bring people together and let them talk to each other. This evening is the first evening of a series of 6. And this evening we will be talking about culture shock. Having been an expat for many years myself, lived on so many places, I've struggled at places to find a place where I could connect really to people and really feel at home.
I've grown up in Holland as a German, so I'm an outsider in a way. When I lived in Germany for a while, I didn't like that a lot because the outsider position was not visible nor hearable, and I didn't feel myself. And so it's then coming to Brussels meant, really being at home. It was no question about where do you come from, and that was what really made me feel at home.
My biggest shock with Brussels is that there was no cultural shock. You know, it was so bland in the beginning and normal, like being anywhere else, and I missed that. The place felt as it doesn't belong to any country at all. You know, there is no identity or faith in the city.
I don't feel that I have ever come back, because one of the things that I have realized, if you have spent lots of time elsewhere, is that there is no coming back, because the place that you left has disappeared. in time. And so there is not really a feeling of coming back. It's more a realization that lots of things have changed, and how do I deal with this?
And thank you all for your stories, and we will tell more stories on other occasions. Good.
Deze week steekt Rio de Janeiro een hart onder de riem van studerend Vlaanderen. Maar dan zal hij eerst moeten aanschuiven.
This time of the year, the students of Flanders are studying for their examinations, and today I'm going to the library to pay them a visit. Oh my God, they're queuing. Oh, it's a huge queue. Hello, good morning. Why are you queuing, actually?
To be in time for when the book opens.
Okay, but why don't you study at home? It would be easier, I guess.
It would be easier, but I can't concentrate. Here you have like social control.
As you can see, there's like, I don't know, about 300 people, so we're just gonna talk like with the last one because he's probably late. So here is the last of the queue.
It's okay because there are 700 places. So it's not a problem.
Oh, I see. That's good. That's good. Thank you. Welcome to the library. I hope you have a good time. Enjoy your stay at the library. Study well. It looks like a rock concert, so we're gonna see what they have inside of the library. It must be amazing, I guess. Finally. Let's see how well the students are concentrated. Do you want to play Angry Birds? No. I give you 10 euros if you cut this girl's hair. Look, this is a picture of my brother. Do you want to put something on fire with me? Não, mãe, a receita do picadinho é simples. Na realidade, você coloca aqui o filé mignon na panela, e aí você deixa fritando um pouquinho com toicinho, e aí você coloca também um pouco de coentro.
Excuse me, sir. Are you studying here?
No.
This place is only for studying here.
But I've been queuing for 20 minutes.
Maybe you can better leave.
Whoa, they are indeed very dedicated. I think you have a bright future, Flanders.
So we had to sleep under the truck. I did anyway, slept under the truck during the bombings and so on. So I was okay. I never got touched. Although I found a big bullet in my blankets at night. When I got up in the morning, shook my blankets out, a great big bullet like that. Must have been very, very close to me.